Yo, my brothers, my sisters, and my ballers. Welcome back to another match day of What's Football with our fans, with your favorite social football analyst, Tepiso Pizzi, aka Tebzoro. Obviously, y'all have just seen Belgium exit out of the World Cup. Roberto Martinez has resigned. Eden Hazard has retired. And it's time to delve in deeper as to which golden generation was the bigger fail between this Belgium golden generation and England of yesteryear. But before I step into that, to the balls passing by, I hope you like what you see because I like what I do. And make sure to join the returning balls, which continue to show me gang love and appreciation by liking, commenting, as well as to subscribe. My ballers, I'm not alone. I've got ballers with me. Fans of England as well as fans of Belgium. Let's hear the ballers. Kieran,
Shout out.
how are you, my boy?
Nah, I'm easy, bro. I'm easy. I'm happy to be here now. Thanks for having me on, bro. And yeah, ready to get into it.
Ready to get into it. Okay. Dan De Castro.
Bless up, man. You right?
I'm easy, my boy. How are you?
I'm living, bro. I'm living.
You living?
Living
Hey, you
100%,
really
bro.
are living,
World
hey?
Cup fever, but World Cup fever's here.
World Cup fever.
I'm
Hey,
loving
but you
it,
really
boy.
are living. But let's leave those ones off camera, hey? All right. So, my ballers. Where did it go wrong for Belgium? Where did it go wrong? Why have they never had any international trophy? They led 2-0 against France in the semi-finals of the Nations League and still fucked it up. You know, 2018 didn't go their way. Maybe France had something for them. But out in the group stages of the 2022 World Cup, where did it go wrong? Kieran, where did it go wrong?
Yeah, bro. You know what it is now? Like, going on to KDB's comments now. Can I just start on that? Because, like, he never should have said that. But he's speaking facts, bro. Like, that team is beyond its prime, bro. Like, it's over. It's wraps. They just can't. They can't compete with what there is out there today. Like,
They
what
just
that
lack
ball-
energy.
bro. Like, it's late there. It's that defense. Like, come on, bro.
Yeah.
You put a quality striker in there, a winger with a bit of X factor and pace. Like, it's raps for that team, bro. And like, obviously Hazard past his prime. Like, there's no one like who you look into in a down moment to produce a moment of magic and you know, really just lift the team, produce something, create something, you know. So like, I just think it's really just a point in time where it's like it's down for that team, bro.
Yourself, Daniel, where did it go
Man,
wrong?
I agree with Kieran. I think there was a point when they had the team, it was just a prime. Everyone was up there. But if you look at it honestly, the manager, that's what I have to say. That's what I think. If you think Roberto Martinez, what pedigree he got, you know, with the quality that they have, you'd expect. Because I think it's obviously like it's a big shout up in there, Martinez.
Yeah.
You know, it's a big thing, controversial, taking on Wigan at one point, and then he comes up to big Belgium team, big step up.
Yeah.
Obviously, he had Henry at his side, and I really backed him. I really thought it, but I thought that the generation was unfortunately underwhelming when you think about it.
I felt like Martinez actually like suited their identity. Like, you know, have a coach on the come up. You know, he had his time at Wigan. He got them an FA Cup, even though they got relegated. He pushed vibes and levels with Romelu Lukaku and Ross Barkley at Everton. Like, I felt like he had the identity for a Belgium, but it didn't work out. Now, speaking on the other failures, the ones that failed to bring it home between 2004 and 2010,
Yeah.
the Rooneys, the Lampards, the Gerrards.
Yeah.
What happened with them? What happened with them? When you have a centre-back pairing of Terry and Sol Campbell, then you switch it up with Ferdinand, what can go wrong? What happened?
Wait, you know what it is now? Like, as much as I get all of that now, like depth, quality, ultimately players now that have legendary status, right? I get that, but there were still like great teams around at that point, bro. Like, if you look at what France had, if you look at what Brazil even had, bro. So like, as much as I want to say like, yeah, England flopped, they did flop now, but also like the expectation that the public placed on them, like unnecessary expectation. Like, you need to be realistic, bro. Like, as much as that team was hot, like, come on, like they come up against France in '06.
Like,
It's no shot.
What's
bro, no
happening?
shot.
it's no shot, yeah.
Not a chance, man. I do think, like, I agree with Kieran, man. There's like the expectation from the British people must put so much pressure on these guys. You know what I'm saying? And so people think like, they're doing all right, but the British, they're so hypercritical of it. Saying
Yeah.
what, they make a semi-final, you know? South Africa makes a semi-final, oh, we're buzzing. England makes semi-final, trash. I mean, it's hard for them because the expectation, they don't win it.
Yeah.
It's having it, dude.
And then with the thoughts of the manager not having a CDM to support Lampard and Gerrard, as you know, that's kind of like the biggest hot duo failure in football history. You know, maybe alongside Francesco Totti and Del Piero, even though they have a World Cup, but one man had to be on the bench. What do you think killed him? Why could they not find a CDM? Why could Scholes not do the job, or Nicky Butt, or one of them sacrifice, even though the Hargreaves and Carricks came too late? What do you think happened?
Hi, man. I couldn't be able to tell you. I look at it and I'm like, the quality that they had
Should be enough.
You think, you look at it on paper, these guys are there. They're up there. You know, the names that you just mentioned there, it's ridiculous how they have. And then how they didn't gel together, how they didn't just get the job done with the names on their list is beyond me. I think maybe, I've heard a lot of things, chatting to the Brits over in the UK, they're not having the fact that the rivalries at the time for the Premier League clubs were just obscene. You know, how Alex Ferguson's mentality, you go out there, Liverpool players, you're going to go destroy them, you're going to kill them. And now you're telling me they're going to go be best players playing for England and trying to win a trophy together. You know, I think for that must be different. Switch from that, suddenly hating them to be, you know, teammates, and that's...
I think it's tough with that country more specifically, because something like that was also probably peaking between like 2008 to like 2012 with Barcelona and Real Madrid with the rivalry in Spain of Pep versus Mourinho and the Spanish players. Like Gerard Piqué has said in an long interview, that when they'd come to the national team, the Madrid players wouldn't want to speak with the Barcelona players, but they still managed to bring out the cups together.
Yeah.
Your side, boy, the CDM factor. It's what everyone draws back to with that England golden generation. What happened? Why couldn't it happen?
Yeah, bro. You know, I agree with the fact that there's probably enough quality there to have made something happen. To be honest, bro, I don't think they played a style of football that was flexible enough to bring the best out of the likes of Gerrard, Lampard, and Scholes. You know, and probably if they could have had an out and out DM, you know, it would have made them more stable. It could have probably just made for just a better style of football. But I don't even think that was the problem for me, bro. I don't think that England team, for all the quality that they had, I don't think they created enough chances, and I don't think they had enough output, in my opinion, bro.
And they should be having all that output. You know, when you have Beckham on one flank, feeding Rooney and Michael Owen, should be showing dust, you know. The ball must be bulging that net. Two key games to highlight from both generations. Obviously, England, the furthest point that they got to was 2006 World Cup, the stumbling point being Portugal, which was also a golden generation. But on paper and media, it's looked at that England was a greater golden generation than that team. What went wrong in the 2006 FIFA World Cup quarterfinals against Portugal?
That game. Penalties, no?
Yeah.
Last time penalties, man. I think if you also, like you said, two golden generations hitting it up. And now I watched that game with family, and I think Portugal were in it all the time.
Yeah.
But I think England just lacked something. There was just something that there wasn't enough. Portugal had the Rui Costa, you know, the big boys, you know,
Luis Figo,
there, you know,
Deco,
the names you mentioned,
Maniche,
you know,
all of them.
And I think at the end of the day, I thought on paper, on the game, Portugal should have won. And
really?
I thought on the game, I thought Portugal were good, really, really good.
Yeah.
And then I think it's penalties at the end of the day, you know, it's just nerve, it's just about luck at the end of the day, I think.
An unfortunate Rooney red card, Ronaldo
exactly,
Rooney debacle.
Yeah,
that's what you highlight. The main game I look at, which was big, even though I feel like Belgium have multiple. You know, with England, I feel like it's just that one. There's levels between that one against Portugal and the one against Germany, 2010 World Cup, where goal line technology wasn't available for Frank Lampard in Bloemfontein. Hey, South Africa. Bloemfontein.
That one was deep.
You know?
That one was deep, yo.
But yeah, you know, I feel like there's a gap in between it. Belgium, there's a few that I highlight. Obviously, the first one that comes to mind is the 2018 World Cup against France in the semi-finals, but also 2016 Euro quarterfinals against Wales. How did the Raja Nyangolans, Musa Dembele's not pull it off not stand up against Joe Allen and Aaron Ramsey. Like, bro, huh? The fact that they were leading.
Yeah.
What happened? How did they not pull it off?
Bro, you know what? I think it comes with that thing of with experience and having been there before. Like if Belgium had a history of being a top class footballing nation, always making it into quarters, semis, always entering tournaments as being one of the favorites, I think they could have gone into games like that and just held their composure, professional performance. Everyone does their roles perfectly, and they have more than enough quality to pull off the job, right? But I think just because maybe lack of experience, not having been there before, maybe a drop off in intensity, maybe just not having been in the situation before, results in the performance that we see.
With the squad depth that both nations had, obviously we kind of know the starting lineups through the times. Obviously there came a time where Moussa Dembele was in. His time came to an end. The Marwan Fellainis, the Nessa Chadlis, the replacements were the Yuri Tielemans, the Yannick Ferreira Carrasco, on and on and on. England had the Joe Coles off the bench. Carragher in defense, they had a Stuart Downing once upon a time, Aaron Lennon. For you, which squad depth was greater between England and Belgium through their golden generations?
I'd probably have to say England. What they had in that starting 11, plus what they had to come off the bench. It's crazy, man. Like the partnership of Rio. When we talk about, like, I think you've mentioned it before, but like any great team has to have a great spine.
100%.
And like, they had it, bro. The centre back pairing, they had the midfield, they had the talisman up front. They had everything, and they had depth to come off the bench. But at the same time, also like Belgium's squad, like in 2018.
Yeah.
Bro, that squad,
that was.
We saw what I think the results against Japan, where they had to come from
2-0 down.
Chadley comes off the bench and scores the
winner.
Scores the winner. I think that says it all.
Yeah.
So tricky question, but I'd have to. I'll give it to England. I say, with the likes of Gerrard and
Peter
and
Crouches
Terry
off the bench
and the foes and whoever else, bro.
Wayne Bridge off the bench to back up Ashley Cole.
Like just yeah.
Yourself, Daniel?
100% agree with Kieran. I think there's no question. You look at it. I think the Belgian team's stacked. Don't get me wrong. But if you look at I just think fullbacks first of all. I think the modern day football, how important fullbacks are, and you look at the likes, like you say, like Gary Neville sitting up there, Ashley Cole, Wayne Bridge off the bench. That's like, those are some names, eh? Those are some names up there. And I think also if you're looking at Thomas Munier, maybe a Jordan Lukaku here and there. Like, it's not the same level in my opinion.
Yeah, I get you.
Don't get me wrong, quality players, love to see it. But the levels we're talking, that kind of thing. And also, like I said, off the bench, they were just stacked. So I think I'm also gonna have to
go with England. I'll be honest, they had talent. Out the right backs were washed, yo. The right backs were washed. Thomas Munier and Gary Neville. Yeah. Washed. Okay, so in my opinion, let's now try form up at their peak. England starting lineup, Belgium starting lineup. You'll just replace my name. So I have at their peak, in the golden generation, I have Paul Robinson in the polls for England.
Formation.
4-4-2.
Right.
Paul Robinson, Ashley Cole on the left, Terry and Rio, Gary Neville. This is where it gets tricky. Bex on the right, Gerrard and Lampard. Is there room for Scholes? Because you know what's the problem? Why I'm asking, is there room for Scholes? Sven-Goran Eriksson, who was their coach from 2000 to 2006, majority of the golden generation. His greatest ever lineup said accommodated Scholes, Gerrard, Lampard, Bex. And that was his midfield four. And when asked as like, okay, who does where play and what role do they have and responsibility, he really couldn't give a proper answer. Obviously up top, Rooney, Michael Owen. How do you see that team not winning anything?
Bro, to be honest, it's hard. it's hard when you see those names. It's like, how couldn't they have won anything?
Yeah.
And with regards to what he said, it's actually it's a good problem to have, right? But it's tough, bro, to like to fit all three of those midfielders in. You know,
I feel like it's not a good problem to have at international level.
yeah.
And I think that was his downfall.
Yeah,
Like
yeah.
we all know, he never had that CDM. Owen Hargreaves would be injured.
Yeah.
Carrick came in later. Paul Scholes retired early.
Yeah. So who are you taking out? If you did have that DM.
Can I be honest, ne? I play one up top.
One up top.
Play one up top.
Owen bench. But it still doesn't work. You know, I'm saying Scholes sit.
Yeah.
Let Lampard and Gerrard move. But ideally, I'd have Carrick there. Joe Cole on the left. Lampard, Gerrard.
Yeah.
Bex on the right. Rooney up top alone.
Yeah. And probs are, if you're gonna play with one up top, you'd probably want a bit more pace
Yeah.
on the wide side.
Yeah, and that would be a mess.
yeah, it
Joe
would be.
Cole can bring it, but it was chopping and changing. Belgium, they had the spine, you know.
Yeah.
Courtois, Company,
You.
Witsel, De Bruyne, Lukaku.
You.
Dries on the right, Hazard on the left.
You.
My man,
You.
Alderweireld.
Yo,
Just the names are shocking him now,
Like,
eh?
no, guys. That Belgium, that 2018 squad. And,
the
like...
biggest highlight, beating Brazil.
Bro. And,
The match that sold dreams as to people thinking Hazard's better than Neymar. Hey!
yo,
Hey!
guys, and Hazard in that 2018 World Cup.
Oh, my soul.
That
Guys.
different gravy. He's
Guys.
up there, man.
Different gravy.
What is that, man? You watched the game and play?
As
Gorgeous, man.
Hazard
as
is-
Aguero describes Phil Foden, one word. Different gravy.
Hazard was off the charts.
Different
in that-
gravy.
In that 2018 World Cup. Like, he was showing the world, like, yeah, I'm Eden Hazard.
Ne?
Like, that's what he was doing, bro. He was showing the world, like, yeah, take notice.
Daniel, for you, one off game. Belgium Golden Generation versus England Golden Generation. Who wins? Putting you on the spot.
Put him on the spot. Man, it's a tough one. In terms of quality, I think I'm gonna edge England. Just edge England. Just even though I see the quality in the Belgium side, I just think England's got that defensively a little bit more sound.
Oh. Yourself, Swat?
Going with Belgium, yeah. I just think all round, more balance, better team. Yeah, I think they got in the bag.
Yeah, peak to peak. I'm also taking Belgium just off of the factor of balance.
Yeah.
That factor of balance is what gives Belgium the win.
Yeah.
But they both died. They both failed.
Yeah,
And that's
yeah.
why we're speaking about them.
Yeah.
The biggest Golden Generation failures
Yeah.
of all time. And that's how we end off today's match day on What's Football with our fans. Big shout out to my ballers, the guests that pulled through, Kieran, Daniel.
Bro, thanks for having me.
Show
my
love
pleasure,
to
my
them
boy.
in the comment section. Make sure to like, comment, and subscribe, and share to another baller. Have them like, share to another baller. Have them like, subscribe, tell a baller to like,
Do the
and
thing.
until next time, live long.